Good morning, everyone. It's Tim Gayesh again, and I'd like to talk this morning about anxiety, depression, and panic disorders, and how you can help yourself, or possibly help yourself, or at very minimum, make yourself feel better um, if you suffer from any of these. And the key to mood or chemical balance in the brain is serotonin. So serotonin is what would be considered a hormone, a neurotransmitter. It's considered, it's called many things, but it's a chemical in the brain that helps regulate and balance mood. Uh, the way to understand how to regulate that in the brain is to start from the beginning and the process and how it's made. Well, if we go back to the beginning and we look here, we have dietary protein. Yes, healthy, good sources of dietary protein are required for the production of tryptophan in the body. Now, in tryptophan, you've heard of this many a times. You've heard of it when it comes to turkey and how it makes you sleep. That's not really how that happens, but that's fine. We won't get into that aspect of it, and I'm going to try not to get off track here today, other than I just as well do it right now, is to explain to you that tryptophan also produces niacin. Niacin, or vitamin B3, is one of the few vitamins that your body can produce. It helps to synthesize and create vitamin B3 within the body. So, understanding that if vitamin B3 deficiency or niacin deficiency can result in anxiety and depression as well, sorry, that's not true, in panic and depression as well, it only makes sense because if you're not, if you're deficient in niacin, you're most likely deficient in tryptophan, and tryptophan is a main precursor of serotonin. But let's get back to the beginning again, and we dietary protein is absolutely essential for the production of tryptophan in the body. Tryptophan, and it says vitamins. Really the main vitamin is vitamin B6. So tryptophan in combination with vitamin B6 create an enzyme that produces 5-HTP. I'm sure many of you have heard of 5-HTP. Anybody who suffers from anxiety, depression, panic has heard of 5-HTP. Or if you haven't, you should have, and you should Google that, but I won't get too deep into that either. Uh, Vitamin B6, along with the 5-HTP, create an enzyme that builds serotonin. Now, serotonin, once again, the regulator of mood, which creates balance, the chemical in your brain that creates the balance. You call it a hormone, call it a neurotransmitter, anything you like, but it's your regulator of mood. But what we need to understand is that we can't just keep pumping up our tryptophan and our 5-HTP and building more serotonin. It's not like we can keep supplementing and pound it up, because too much serotonin can be an issue as well. When it comes to serotonin, it's about finding balance. And I'll explain to you why now and what happens if you have too much serotonin versus too little serotonin. And we'll start from too little. If you have too little serotonin, you can suffer from bulimia, panic attacks, OCD, and if you're highly deficient in serotonin, depression. Now, if we go the other way and we go into the too much serotonin for your body, you look at anxiety is the first thing that will come on. Insomnia would be the next. Sexual dysfunction, ouch, would be the next. Gastrointestinal disturbances. And the one thing that you certainly do not want, and that's serotonin syndrome. This can cause fevers, tremors, even coma, seizures, and possibly death. Not a place that you want to be. So understand that serotonin is about finding balance. If I were to be able to create a supplement that would help people with uh, how people regulate mood and find balance for anxiety, panic, and depression. It would include a source of dietary protein, tryptophan, your B6, your 5-HTP, and combined, this is the whole system of production of serotonin. Of course, it wouldn't include the serotonin, and then, but I would do this in minute amounts to help your brain reprogram itself into creating its own production through your diet. Of course, your diet is a very, very big part of this. It needs to be a healthy, good source of dietary protein. This, folks, is serotonin and how you can help yourself. Get your protein. If you get your protein, you shouldn't really have to worry about supplementation of tryptophan and 5-HTP or B6. But what you can do is you can take these four things and try to work with them to help yourself find balance. Don't go too far. If you get into a constant anxiety feeling, you know that you've gone just too far. If you become bulimic, you know that you're not doing enough. These are the two. If you're just over in production of serotonin, you're going to wind up with anxiety first. That's the first symptom, of the first sign of overproduction or over toxicity, if you will, of serotonin. The first sign of deficiency is bulimia. The second sign, when you get a little further into deficiency, is panic, and then it becomes OCD and depression. So as you go up the line, it's anxiety will be the first, with just a slight overproduction or toxicity, then insomnia, then sexual dysfunction, GI disturbances, and look out for serotonin syndrome. Be sure that you don't get to that place. But this is what you need to know. Knowing this will help you figure out how to help yourself. You know your body better than I do. You know if you're getting your dietary protein. You can have your B6 levels tested. This will help you try to find balance without taking highly addictive antipsychotic or anti-anxiety drugs. You can do it yourself. Ideally, we'd go back to the source, because there are other things like vitamin D deficiencies. Again, niacin was one. Anemia. There's so many things that can provoke anxiety, but this is a good base start in how to help yourself. Hopefully you'll take this information and it'll be able to help you. Have a great day, folks, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.